come out and just start shooting someone randomly? That's what I'm thinking, you know?
Neighbors in a Cape Coral neighborhood relieved tonight after hearing that the man who killed a door-to-door salesman was convicted.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Patrick Nolan.
And I'm Emily Dishno. A jury taking just 2 hours to find Kenneth Roop guilty of second-degree murder in the shooting death of Nicholas Rainey last year. 400 Corners' Dave Colbert joining us in the studio with how neighbors are reacting.
Yes, all Nick Rainey was trying to do is make a living going door to door selling those plans where you buy a lot of beef and freeze it. He had knocked on Kenneth Roop's door and was leaving when Roop drove up in his car and brutally murdered him.
It seems a little crazy to shoot someone because they're trying to come up to your house to sell something to you.
That's what one neighbor said after hearing Kenneth Roop was convicted of second-degree murder after shooting and killing 30-year-old Nick Rainey in July of 2012.
You didn't want him to be back at his house. You know, being but my kids ride their bikes up and down the street here. Is he going to come out and just start shooting someone randomly? That's what I'm thinking, you know? I mean, because that's what it seemed like. A guy comes and knocks on his door, and then next thing you know, he's shooting him.
Police say Rainey was ambushed in Roop's driveway after Rainey knocked on Roop's door trying to sell steaks to him. Back then, the victim's boss described what happened.
And as he was leaving, the guy was still in the car and shot Nick in the shoulder. And Nick screamed and fell to the ground. And then the guy reached out of the car and shot him in the back of the head while he was laying down on the ground.
Roop claimed that Rainey made him nervous and that he was in fear for his life.
Now, his defense was he was protecting his house, a kind of castle doctrine type thing. What do you make of that?
I understand if someone's trying to break into your house, but I'm ringing your doorbell, knocking on your door, trying to solicit something to you. I'm not trying to come in and hurt you.
At Roop's house Thursday night, people came and went. But when I went up to the door to get their take on the jury's decision, no one answered.
So I'm sure it's friends, family members helping to support, you know, his wife, and I'm sure it's what's going on. I feel sorry for her that she's had to deal with this.
Now she has to deal with her husband being convicted of second-degree murder, which carries a mandatory life sentence, which he will receive October 7th. Dave Colbert, Fox 4 in your corner.